One of the greatest sunnahs of the Prophet ﷺ was to spend time in nature. And none of us can do that anymore, because the moment we step outside, we have to look at our phones. When was the last time you looked at the sky? When was the last time you looked at a fly, a bee, a snowflake, a flower petal as it opened? When was the last time you stood and you stared at the beauty of a baby as it exited its mother's wombs, at the innocence in its eyes, at the tear that escapes its lips, at the beauty of the baby as it suckles its mother and it naturally finds milk somehow, somewhere? When was the last time we looked at ourselves in the mirrors, blinking, breathing, heart beating, oxygen flowing in our blood, and we thought to ourselves, what has Allah created? When was the last time Allah put food on your table and you tasted the spices, the smells, the textures, and you said how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has produced this? When was the last time you stood in front of a snake, a leopard, a tiger, an animal, a human being, a creation from the creations of Allah, and your jaw dropped? When was the last time you appreciated the water in your cup? When was the last time you appreciated every time your heart beat? When was the last time that we appreciated the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? We are distracted. We don't care anymore. We are too busy staring at the next notification. And that is why we have become blind. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, فَإِنَّهَا لَا تَعْمَى الْأَبْصَارِ. Your eyes are not blind. You go to Specsavers or the doctors, the optometrists, he will say, you can see fine. وَلَكِنْ تَعْمَى الْقُلُوبِ. But your heart has become blind. وَلَكِنْ تَعْمَى الْقُلُوبُ الَّتِي فِي الصُّدُورِ. The heart's in the chest. You look at so many blessings of Allah on a day-to-day basis and you feel nothing. Zero. Zilch. Hard-hearted. Nothing moves us. No reminder moves us. We need a khutbah, a talk, a reminder with the nasheed playing in the background, but it is enough of a reminder to look at the sky, to look at the stars, to look at the heavens, to look at our heart, and to be reminded, how on earth can we be ungrateful to Allah? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, كَيْفَ تَكْفُرُونَ بِاللَّهِ وَكُنْتُمْ أَمْوَاتًا فَأَحْيَاكُمْ. How can you be ungrateful to Allah when you are dead? You are nothing and He made you live. You are alive. We all have pains. We all have financial troubles. We're all looking at the diesel price when we go to the petrol pump. We're all struggling. We're all scared. But we're alive and we forget that. And everything else, we focus on the negatives, the lows, the illnesses, and we forget we are here, we are breathing. Allah made us alive. We stop seeing the signs of Allah. We are blind. We are blinded by our pleasures, by our hungers, by our wants, by our phones, by our distractions that we don't see. We look at the world and we see nothing. May Allah rectify.